Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Erika and today I'm going to be doing a sneaker collection video. I've built up quite the collection of sneakers, especially over the past year, and I wanted to share them with you and kind of share my thoughts about each one that I have. So I just hope that this is a very helpful video. I have a range of different brands, so I'll kind of categorize them into brands to make it easier. I'll be giving my thoughts about like how comfortable they are, how frequently I wear them, any care tips that I may have, and yeah, pretty much let's get straight into it. If you do find this helpful or you enjoy it, please like, comment, and subscribe. It means the absolute world to me, and let's get started. So starting off with Nike and more specifically Jordans. These are the Jordan 1 High OG Seafoams. I believe this was a women's only colorway, so it's that really light soft green, and up close you can see the suede. It's super soft. It's such a beautiful color, and these are so easy to style because the color is neutral, but it's still, you know, it's a very trendy color as well. I love these. Unfortunately, I'm just so scared to wear them out because I don't want to ruin them. So I have been able to keep them in pretty good condition. I have the Seafoam laces in now, but they do come with white and orange, so the orange is a bit of a contrast, but I really like the Seafoam laces. I think that they just kind of like tie the whole shoe together. No pun intended. I won these directly from Nike, so I entered their raffle that they put out in their email mailouts or through Sneakers. It's a little bit different in Australia. I know that you can get Sneakers app elsewhere, and I think there's probably some loopholes that you can go through to download it here. But if you're a part of their email list, you should receive emails that are tailored to you for sneaker raffles that you can enter, and essentially you enter to win the shoe to buy it. So I know that they come out in fairly limited quantities. I do think that these were quite a large, I know a lot of people who have these, and I've seen them a lot of places, so I don't think that these were super limited, but with their more limited shoe releases, that's kind of how I go about getting them. I've never purchased from StockX. I've never purchased from any secondhand retailer. I always buy my sneakers retail, and if I don't win them, I'll get a different pair. So I got these ones retail, and I believe they were $250 AUD. But overall, fantastic sneaker. I love these, but my only qualm or only downside is that I just don't want to ruin them, so I don't wear them as much as I would like to. Moving along to Dunks, I have the Dunk Highs in the black and white with the red tag detail. Up close, these are a leather shoe, and it's just the crisp black and white, the perfect kind of starter sneaker. I think the pandas, the black and white, I think that this colorway is just excellent if you're looking to kind of, you know, start out buying a couple sneakers that are a little bit more limited. These are a great one because they're just so easy to style. I've worn these so frequently, and even though I've worn them frequently, they're in pretty good condition there. I do use the crepe guards. Here's what those ones look like, and you just insert these. These ones aren't for these shoes, these are for some bigger shoes, but they sit inside and they kind of guard from creasing the toe box there, so you don't have any creasing sort of happening through the front. So these pretty much look like they're in immaculate condition. I've taken good care of these, and I really love them. Great starter sneaker. I think that these were $150, and I won them through a raffle at JD. Moving to Dunk Lows, I have the UNCs, the University Blue Dunks. These are actually grade school sizing, so I think they're a 6. Yeah, so these ones are a 6 grade school. I am a women's 7 to 7.5, so that's a perfect, pretty much direct conversion. And with the grade school versus women's sneakers, one of the key differences that I noticed was the depth, especially through the front. As you can kind of see there, these ones are creased a little bit more. They are a bit more damaged. I don't want to thrash these, but at the same time, I've had to be less cautious when wearing them because wearing the guards in these is just the most uncomfortable experience that you can have. They will just push in and dig, and I've had my feet bleeding from the guards in these shoes, but they're perfect for the others. They're just too shallow, and I would rather get some wear out of my sneakers than be uncomfortable in them every time I've worn them. So I've kind of settled for damaging them a little bit more, which sucks, but you know, I bought my sneakers to wear them. Another key difference that you'll want to look out for when purchasing grade school over women's or men's sneakers is the upper will be a mix of leather and synthetic. I'll insert a photo of what the inside of both of my shoes look like. They have stickers that let you know about the materials used, and these ones have a mix of leather and synthetic. I'm not sure where, it's not a huge deal to me. but that's something to look out for. So if you're looking at the same shoe across grade school and there's the option of the women or men's version of it and you can find your size, I would say opt for the women's and men's before you opt for the grade school unless there's a huge price difference. But just be wary if you are to purchase grade school sizing. Those are some things to look out for. I think that these ones were only $100, which is kind of crazy considering I've seen them go secondhand on like curated streetwear stores for like $600, which is insane. I don't know. Different people have different opinions of resellers. I've just tried to not have to go through them before. But the fact that I got these for like $100 and I've seen people spending upwards of $600 on them, but like that is an insane markup. And like these are cheaper than a pair of Air Force Ones in like the women's sizing, I'm pretty sure, which is kind of insane. So, you know, if you can do your planning and do your scheduling, and with a little bit of luck, I'd try to say really stick to retail where you can, especially with the grade school stuff too. Now for some women's lows, I have the green glows here. Such a stunning color, but one of the downsides of this is it is hard to style because it is so vibrant. I'm just not a big like colors person. I do have color in my wardrobe, but this color is so specific that it can be a little tricky to style. If you wear super neutral fits with it, it is a great pop of color, but I'd like to have another accessory to tie it in, and it's just so unique. I think that there's a really great Yankees cap that I've seen around a few times that matches this pretty much perfectly. I don't have that one, but these shoes are so unique, but at the same time a little tricky to style. Kept these ones in pretty much perfect condition, and yeah, I really love them. I did win to buy a pair of these from Nike, and they were the first sneakers that I kind of got in that process. These ones here I think were $150. Similarly to the UNCs, these ones did end up having a resale at one point in time that was quite high. They have gone down a little bit more in the resale market now. So if you do like these could be a good one to get on the resale market because I don't think they're priced too high. Moving away from Nike now, and I only really have one of each from each of these brands, I'm gonna move over to New Balance. These are my latest sneaker purchase and they are so comfortable. They are the 990 V5s, super classic dad shoe sort of vibes here. So they have the suede gray around the front, and then it's like the mesh and then another suede and then the support through the side. These are just super comfortable, versatile shoes. I wanted something that was comfortable to walk around in. These are kind of replacing my current everyday shoes. Not 100% because they are a different style, but my current everyday shoes are pretty beaten, but we'll see those ones in a minute. But these did set me back a little bit more than expected. I know that these shoes are pretty easy to get in the American market. For some reason in Australia, these were really hard to get. So I had to go through Essence, and these ended up costing me $350. I know it's not like wild, but it hurts because it's more than what I should have had to pay. I know that you can find these on Amazon in the States. You can find them on, I think it's Shopbop. They have them at some of the Foot Lockers. From like when I've been trying to find them online, I'll be like directed to the US sites and they're in stock in New Balance as well. And these are just so hard to find in Australia. And then the week after I bought them, they were suddenly in stock at, I think it was Hype DC. And I was just like kicking myself because they were $70 cheaper than what I paid for them. But with the women's sizing in these shoes, they're harder to find. I'd say have your eyes out for like smaller sneaker stores when they're having these releases. Typically they'll announce when they're gonna bring them back. And just, yeah, keep your eye out because these can get pricey for some reason. I know they're a very modest shoe, but they're super comfortable, they're beautiful quality, and I do think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of these. I'm not mad about the price because I know I'm gonna wear these probably more frequently than most of my Dunks because they are such a great everyday shoe, and I'm not gonna be like too scared about damaging like the overall look and feel because I don't think people look as closely at that for these sort of shoes. But I love them. Perfect with trousers, jeans, just about everything with activewear. Great shoe. I really love these. They are a new pair, so I can't really attest to the overall wear and tear, but gorgeous. I really love them. Okay, now for a pretty basic pair of shoes, and one that I actually think that just about everyone should have is just a pair of high top black and white Converse. Now, I think I've had these for maybe like 3 or 4 years, maybe more, I'm not sure. multiple years and they're still in pretty great condition. They're a pretty easy sneaker to clean, and I think that these shoes just kind of stand the test of trends. They stand the test of time. They've been around for so long. These are not a new release. And I just think that these are such a great staple. Super classic shoe. I really love these. I plan on repurchasing these in either the platforms or the Chuck 70s. And I think the Chuck 70s are kind of like a little bit more of an elevated version of these, where the rubber sole is a lot more sturdy. It's kind of that more like creamy sort of color, which I really love. But I know that the platforms are kind of like it right now, so I'm tossing up which ones to buy. If you have experience with either of them, let me know your thoughts in the comments. But I think these are a super classic shoe. I don't think you can go wrong with them at all. Also, depending where you buy these, I'm pretty sure these retail at around 100. I don't think they're a whole lot more than that, and I know that you can find stuff like this on sale quite frequently. So now for my everyday pair of shoes. Now these do not look pretty. I've worn them pretty much every single day for now about a year. And I mean that like there's almost no exaggeration there. I honestly think that I've worn them like every single day with like a couple days as an exception. So these have taken a beating, but in saying that, they have held up really, really well for the most part. They do look a little bit sad. I will be replacing them pretty soon, I think. But these are the Reebok Club C 85 in the vintage white, I believe the colorway is called. They're not the stark white, they're more of a chalk color. So you can kind of see they're creamy. I know they're dirty, so that's probably making them look even more of a vintage wash, but they do need a bit of a clean. They are that off-white color with the green details. I really, really wanted these because I wanted them to look a little bit more worn in. And I know that a lot of people don't like that with sneakers, but I think for an everyday sneaker with like my typical wardrobe, it looked a bit weird to have like a bright white with my outfits. So I wanted something that was a little bit more toned down, and I love these. They're super comfortable. They're honestly like wearing slippers, to be honest. The leather is super, super soft. The only complaint that I have is that they're very flat, and also that the soles on the inside like pill over time. I know that kind of happens with a lot of shoes, but these ones have like pilled to the point where like I have to like clean it out a little bit so that I'm not like feeling the like fabric that's rolled up underneath my toes. But as I said, these have taken a beating through rain. They've been worn pretty much every single day, so I've gotten my money's worth, and there's no like actual damage to them. I could very easily just like replace the inner lining. Really, really great shoe. Goes with pretty much everything. I think you can really dress these up and down. Was definitely influenced to buy these from Mathilde Jerf. I did a full unboxing of some of her stuff recently because I love her style, and she definitely influenced me to buy these. If anyone has any like repair tips, maybe I can make them last a little bit longer. Would definitely recommend the Club C's, and yeah. Overall, fantastic shoe. I think that these ones were about $150 off Shopbop, and I think that the reason why I had to get them off there was because this colorway was just so hard to get. Most of the stores that I walked past sold them in just the plain stark white, but I have been seeing this color pop up a little bit more frequently, as well as some of their collabs that do have like different linings and stuff. Really, really great shoe. Would recommend it to anyone that's interested in buying it. I would say they're worth your money. So that is my sneaker collection. I hope that you found this helpful, enjoyable. I really loved filming this because I, am pretty obsessed with the sneaker collection that I've put together. I think that they match my wardrobe really well. There's very few times where I'm like looking at an outfit and going, oh, I don't have the pair of sneakers for that, because I feel like the ones that I have purchased really served me well, and I really, really love them. If you have any questions at all, please let me know, especially about like the raffle to win process with the Dunks and the Jordans. I hope that I explained it well enough, but I do know that it can get kind of confusing. Any questions, please let me know. I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, please drop it a like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!